As we are live. It is January 10th, the day of Alabama versus Georgia in the national championship game in college football. Sorry for my tardiness. I understand I'm 4 minutes late, but the game should be kicking off any time now. I apologize. My TV is on a delay, but right now you'll be witnessing play-by-play coverage of play-by-play radio-style commentary of the national championship game. I appreciate you joining, and I appreciate you watching. Alabama is the number one ranked team in the country. Georgia is the third ranked team in the country at the moment. Both are 13-1. Alabama's loss coming against Texas A&M earlier in the year, and Georgia's loss against Alabama in the SEC championship game. Alabama's win against Georgia is the reason why they are in the national championship right now. Alabama beat Cincinnati in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl with a score of 27-6. Defense held strong for the Crimson Tide, and the offense got the points they needed. On the other side of this, Georgia beat Michigan in the Capital One Orange Bowl, 34-11. Anytime now, kickoff should be happening. They are in Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. Players, though, to me, it all comes down to the quarterback play. Stetson Bennett hasn't had the greatest career against Alabama per se. And Bryce Young is coming off a Heisman Trophy. The last 7 meetings have gone to Alabama. They've won each. The last time they were on this big of a stage was in 2016 when Tua Tagovailoa had a game-winning touchdown pass to Devontae Smith to win it all. When we come back, Alabama, Georgia, national championship game here on the TDJ Show. Impact players of today's game on defense: Will Anderson Jr. Was a Heisman semifinalist and is considered the best defensive player in the country for Alabama. On the other side, for Georgia defensively, it'll be Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle, who is a powerhouse and has played amazing all year long. Offensively, I believe this could come down to a running game. I also think, passing-wise, It's going to come down to a lot of things. It's going to come down to quarterback play between Stenson Bennett and Bryce Young, how they can handle the adversity, how they can handle the spotlight. Running back wise, Zamir White, James Cook, two dynamic running backs for Georgia, and then Brian Robinson Jr. had a great game against Cincinnati. When they needed him against Cincinnati, he put the team on his back. So when we come back, Georgia, Alabama, the National College Championship game. Here we go. Sorry about that. I was waiting for the coin toss to be over. Georgia won the coin toss. They will defer. They will receive the ball in the second half. Bama will start off. Will start with the ball. Sorry about that. Like I did say, my TV is a little bit behind. Not on purpose, just the way it is with streaming with Wi-Fi network. All right. Georgia will kick off, so Georgia will play defense on first. They've been a very defensive-oriented team, not trying to make the same mistakes they did when they were down in Atlanta for the SEC championship game. Davis, the anchor of that defense, has played phenomenal all year long. And on the other side is Bryce Young, the Heisman Trophy winner. All right. And the national championship game is underway. That kick will be fielded at the 2, and it was a fair catch. So that will bring the ball out to the 25-yard line. On the year, Bryce Young, 4,503 passing yards, 46 touchdowns, all Alabama single-season records. He's only had 5 interceptions, and he becomes the first quarterback to win the Heisman Trophy in Alabama school history. All right. One man in the backfield with Young, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. 5 men on the line for Georgia. It's going to be a handoff to Brian Robinson. He will get tackled by number 17 at about the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain, actually 24-yard line. It'll be a gain about 4 or 3 yards. With John Machette, the third out, Williams is their primary guy, and it's a toss to Brian Robinson. He'll get a gain about 2 to 3 yards. It'll be third down and 2 with 14:27 remaining here in the first quarter. Third down and 2. I'll expect. Yeah, I got a feeling they'll run it again. 1 man in the backfield with Bryce. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. 4 men on the line for Georgia. Heavy pressure comes. They're going to pass. He'll find Bolden on the outside. That's enough for a first down and more. And he'll be pushed out at around the 45-yard line. Pressure was brought that time. They sent 2 linebackers up the middle. Great block by Robinson. It allowed Bryce Young to get it out. And on replay, it looks like Bolden was pushed out at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 on the 44 for Alabama. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Nobody in the backfield with Young. Young's going to step back and throw. And he's going to get sacked by, it's a pickup. It's a fumble on the other side. Touchdown, Georgia. Jordan Davis got in there and broke it up. Pocket collapsed quickly for Alabama. Bryce Young trying to get out, couldn't. And Jordan Davis pops the ball out. And it'll be a scoop and score for the Georgia Bulldogs. And they get on score first. 6-0, Georgia. Just like that, this game starts off. We'll find the official ruling. This will either be an incomplete pass for Bryce Young or a touchdown. On the way down, he tried to release it to get it out, and good play recognition from D, number 17, on Georgia's defense. So this goes two ways, a Georgia touchdown or Alabama incompletion, and 2nd down and 10 on the 44 for Alabama. 12:23 remaining here in the first quarter. Now, this is a great play by Jordan defense. I did have to mute you guys so I could unhear the TV, but Jordan Davis got lined up on a young center and made a quick move around him, and got the Bryce Young right away. Huge play. Now, Davis's arm is on near his elbow crease as Bryce Young's trying to get the ball away. Good. Bryce Young, instead of taking the sacks, tries to throw the ball away. So this is either an incomplete pass or a fumble and a touchdown. Now, the way it just showed, this is Davis's hand. Here's the crease. Here's the ball. And Young kind of threw it down like that. I believe since it wasn't up here, more than less, I feel like this will be ruled as a fumble and a touchdown. Huge call right here to start the game. Otherwise, Georgia starts 6. And here's the official ruling. It was ruled an incomplete pass. Bryce Young did let go of it, so it will be second down and 10 on the 45 on Alabama's 45-yard line. 12:23 remaining here in the first quarter. Nice heads-up play by Dean, number 17. A nice play by Jordan Davis getting around the center. And whistles are blown or a hold of play. But it looks like Bryce will line up. Young will line up with one receiver to his left, a tight end. 3 to his left, one man in the backfield, and 81's in motion. It'll be a screen pass to Williams, and he will get enough for the first down and gets up high and gets some air yardage. So on the 2nd down and 10, after the incomplete pass, Bryce Young delivers a very nice screen pass to Williams, and he gets the first down. First down on the 45-yard line. Bryce is going to run it, play action pass. Actually, an RPO for that matter. Decides to pass it. Nice play by the DB, by the linebacker, by the Georgia defender. Breaks it up. It's an incomplete pass as he's trying to go to his tight end in the flats. One wide receiver to left and right. Robinson in the backfield with Young. It's going to be a pass. He'll drop back to throw. He'll find his tight end, number 81. He's going to make a few men miss. He'll get dropped down at the 1. There was 4. Tattoo. Georgia rushed 4 on the line right there. So it's 3rd down and 1. I would assume this to be 4th down territory. Robinson in the backfield. The receiver to the right. 1 to the left. 4 Young. Robinson in the backfield. And it looks like, he does have a tight end lined up behind a blocker, so he will be eligible. Bolden's in motion. He's going to drop back to throw. It's going to be an option. He'll pitch it to Robinson. Robinson will get enough for the first down, and he'll be brought around the 32-yard line in Georgia territory. Actually, down around the 33, 34-yard line. Nice read option play by Bryce Young. All right, 1st down and 10, 11:53 remaining here in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left for Young. 1 man in the backfield. He's going to drop back to throw. Pressure comes. He's going to take a hit. He gets the pass off to Bolden. Will get enough. He'll get to it'll be about second down and 3, second down and 2 to go. Bolden lined up in the backfield. Pressure brought by Georgia. Nice job by Bryce Young to step up in the pocket and take that hit. Second down and 1, actually. It's going to be a pitch. And it's going to be a loss. Ooh. Georgia's defensive line was back there, but it looks like number 6. I believe that was number 6. Yeah, number 6 on Alabama's offense. I believe that's Williams. No, it is Sanders. T. Sanders. Nice job by number 4, Smith Jr. to try to get him behind the line, but not good enough. Sanders gets the first down. It's first down and 10 on the Georgia 24-yard line. Young's got nobody in the backfield. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to the left. Looks like pressure will be brought by Georgia. Pressure brought. Young's going to have to make a man miss. Makes one miss. He's going to throw, and it's going to be broken up by number 31. Intended target was Billingsley. Great play by the Georgia defensive back. A nice job by Bryce Young making that one man miss. 44 on the pressure right there, Smith. Billingsley was the intended target. Ball was placed perfectly. All right, one man in the backfield, one receiver to the left, 2 to the right. One man in motion. Billingsley gets put in motion. It's gonna be an RPO. Screen pass will go out to number 7. Brooks on the play. He'll be brought down at around the 22-yard line. Actually past the 20, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5 in the red zone for Alabama. They've been cruising this drive. Bryce Young's got one man in the backfield, three receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pressure brought, and it's going to be incomplete pass. Billingsley slipped on the route, so it'll be 4th down and 5 for the Crimson Tide. They're going to send out the field goal unit. Huge defensive stop right there for Alabama. Billingsley slipped, and if he doesn't slip, that is a first down right there. So number 16 on for the all right for a 37-yard attempt is up, and it is good, and that puts Alabama in front 3-0 with 9:55 remaining here in the first quarter. And with that, we will take a break and be back with you, and we'll be right back. And we are back after the Alabama field goal to make it 3-0. And on that drive, we saw what could have been a scoop and score, but was ruled an incomplete pass. So what could have been a 7-0 Georgia lead is now an Alabama 3-0 lead. And that kick will be fielded in the end zone and brought out to the 25-yard line. Bryce Young on that first possession. Actually, they're showing Stetson Bennett's stats from last week's game. Actually, during the semifinal game against Michigan, he had 313 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and rushed for 32 yards. Bryce Young on that first possession, his stats, he was 5 of 9 for 45 yards. Brian Robinson had 3 carries for 10 yards, and Slade Bolden had 2 receptions for 20 yards. So, first down on the 25-yard line, it's going to be a fake pass. Stenson's going to get brought. He's going to get brought down by a sack. Harris in the backfield for Alabama, and it's going to be second down and a huge loss of yards. This was a play-action pass. He had a receiver to his left, 2 to the right, and 1 man in the backfield. He tried to play action, but Harris was too quick, trips him up, and it'll be a loss of 14. It'll be second down and 24 on the Georgia 16. Actually, the Georgia 11. So it's going to be a handoff to Zamir White. It'll be third down now. But it's going to be a flag on the play, actually. It looks like it'll be going against the Crimson Tide. So it's going to be second down and a lot more manageable now. So it'll be second down and 19. I believe that penalty was declined. Actually, yeah. So Stetson Bennett has 1 man in the backfield, receiver in motion. It's going to be a fake pitch. Bennett's going to step up and he's going to run. He's going to take it himself. Oh, he's going to fumble it, but he's going to recover it. So it'll be third down and about 5 to 6 yards to go on the 25-yard line. So I believe they're back to where they started. Nice fake. Sees the pressure comes. Not enough time to find something open downfield. He's going to run, but ends up fumbling it. Good recovery by Bennett. It was it was on the fake out step. So it's going to be third down and 5 for Georgia right here. First down's on the 35-yard line, actually. 4 seconds on the play clock. 1 receiver, 3 receivers to his right, 1 man in the backfield. And they're going to get him for delay of game. So that's going to push Georgia back. So it's going to be third down and 10 on the delay of game penalty by Stetson Bennett. Huge killer right there because it just became third and manageable. So it's going to be third down and 10. Ball will be placed on the 25-yard line. Actually, yes, 25-yard line. One man in the backfield, Bennett, 2 receivers to the right. Pressure brought. Bennett's going to snap field. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Dropped by number 84. And that is a tough first drive for Georgia, and that puts the Alabama offense right back on the field. Nice play by Stetson Bennett. It was a beautiful pass, but dropped by 84 McConkley. So that will be a punt from the 25-yard line for Georgia and right back into the hands of Alabama. Slade Bolden is back there. He's got 2 receptions for 20 yards already. This punt, high kick. This will get fielded about the 20-yard line, actually about the 19. Great punt by Georgia. That's going to put Bryce Young in the Crimson Tide offense back on the field on the 19. Back on the 19. And when we come back, Alabama's second possession with about 7 minutes left in the first quarter. And we are back. So Alabama ball on the 19-yard line. Right now they're showing highlights when Georgia won the national championship against Notre Dame years ago. Vince Dooley, former Georgia head coach from 1964 to 1988, is in the house in Lucas Oil Stadium. 8:19 remaining here in the first quarter. First down and 10 on the 19 for Alabama. Now, Bryce Young was 5 of 9, 45 yards. Bryce Robinson, 3 carries, 10 yards, and Slade Bolin, 2 receptions for 20 yards. One man in the backfield, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right, 1 man in motion. It's going to be a fake, and it's going to be a dump-off pass to Williams, and he's going to get stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. 3 Bulldog defenders right there, Smith Jr., Notable, and Tyndall. So it'll be second down and about 12 for Alabama. Huge play right there. Gets Williams behind the line of scrimmage. 1 man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. Bryce is going to drop back and throw. He's going to find Williams on a dime. And that's going to be enough to get the yardage and the first down. Javonte Williams with a amazing catch. Fakes his defender out with a quick few steps. He'll get tackled about the 34-yard line. Robinson on the handoff. He'll get pushed back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. On the passing play, Young had Williams to his right, 2 men to the left, and Robinson to the backfield, and he put that ball on the money. No man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right and left. Second down to 19. Bryce Young's got tons of time. He's going to find Slade Bolin, but they're going to Tyndall will push him back, so it'll be third down and about 7 or 8. It'll be third down and 3. They'll give him the forward progress. This could be another huge stop for the third down defense. This could be a huge play in the third down defense for Georgia. Alabama's 2 of 3 on third down right now as they lead 3-0 with 6:43 remaining here in the first quarter. 1 man in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Young. He's going to pull Williams in motion. He's going to fake the handoff. Pressure brought. Bolden on the catch. And number 16 for Georgia, Fine, is back there. And it's going to be a 4th down. Huge play and a loss of yardage for Alabama. And that's going to put Georgia's offense right back out there. Huge play. Williams was in motion. And that is a huge play right there. Pressure brought. Young steps up, finds Bolden. And number 16 for Georgia gets in there. So it'll be 4th and 4 on the 40-yard line here. So James Burnip and Carius Jackson. Carius Jackson returning. James Burnip, the punter. His punt is going to be a high kick. This will be fielded at about the 25-yard line. And we're not going to get a flag for running into the kicker. Into the receiver. So ball down at the 24, 25-yard line. Stenson Bennett's going to come back out on offense for Georgia as they're down 3-0. The second possession for the Georgia Bulldogs coming up. And Georgia's second possession of the day after a dud of a first possession. Stenson Bennett was not looking good. He had one incompletion, and Zamir White had really nothing. So nothing going on offense for the Georgia Bulldogs right now, but second possession coming. 3-0 Alabama in the first quarter. Ball on the 25-yard line, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1 to the right, 2 to the left. And Will Anderson is back there to stuff the play. So Zamir White gets the handoff, and he'll get about a yard on the play. Will Anderson gets put up with the linebacker, the offensive lineman, gets by the offensive lineman. And actually, James Cook gets that handoff, and he gets to the 1-yard line. So 2nd and 9. 1 man in the backfield, receiver to the right and left for Benson. 1 man in motion. Benson's going to hand it off to number 6, and he'll get tripped up, so he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 for Georgia. 4:57 remaining here in the first quarter. So far, Alabama's defense is holding up on these Georgia possessions, and Georgia's defense is getting the stops they need on third down. Harris with the trip up on number 6. So third down, nobody in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right, 1 man in the backfield, a receiver to the left. Benson's going to go make some adjustments at the line. He's going to drop back. Will Anderson brings pressure. He's going to scramble out. Bennett's going to try to throw, and that ball is going to hit the ground. His available target was 7, and there was a Alabama defensive back in front of him. So it's going to be 4th down and 9. Pressure brought by Will Anderson Jr., one of the best defensive players in the country right now. All right. Anderson brings this pressure, forces Bennett out to his left. He's got his guy, but the moment his receiver turns around, that ball is inaccurate. That ball is low to the ground, and that ball really never had a chance. So it's going to be a punt on the 26-yard line for Georgia. Jake Camrata, the punter, and Slade Bolden, the returner. That ball is going to get up there. That ball is going to carry to about the 30-yard line and fair catch. Slade Bolton on, and a flag is thrown. So we'll find out what the flag is. It'll be a fair catch interference on Georgia, and that's going to give 15 yards to Bryce Young. So the ball will be placed on Alabama's 45-yard line. When we return, Alabama's third possession of the day, and the Heisman Trophy winner Bryce Young is back out on the field. All right, back from Indianapolis, or more like me, here in New York, in my studio / bedroom. All right, we are back. What a weekend it was in the NFL playoffs. Steelers get in, huge for me. Off a last-second field goal from Las Vegas. Peyton Manning in the house in Indy. All right, 45-yard line. Young's got a man in motion, a receiver to the right, two to the left, one man in the backfield. He's going to drop back to throw. He's going to look for nobody as he throws it out of the sideline. So 2nd down and 10. Good coverage by Georgia. 4:07 remaining in the first quarter. One man in the backfield, three receivers to the right. Young's going to check over to the sideline. They're going to move the formation around just a little bit. A receiver go out to the left now, and the tailback goes to the right of Young. He's going to hand it off to number 6, and that will be a gain at about 3 yards on the play. Number 16, Sign is on the play. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 7. Sanders was the tailback, Robinson taking a break. So 3rd down and 6, actually. .339, 1 man in the backfield. Two receivers to the right and left. Pressure brought to Young. That ball is going to be incomplete. It's going to be 4th down and 6, and the ball goes right back to Georgia. Bryce Young had 2 receivers to the right and I believe 2 to the left. Yeah, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Sanders was the tailback. Pressure brought by Walker, number 44, and number 7 for Georgia. All right, so James Burnett back on. Carius Jackson, the returner. His punt will be fielded at about the 8-yard line. So with 3:26 remaining here in the first quarter, Georgia gets their second possession of the day, and the broadcast will not go to the commercial break. Neither will I. So just to start off, this game has been defensively. Alabama hasn't scored since their first possession. They're 3 possessions in so far. Plays is the difference maker here. 8 in yards. I mean, Georgia's got 1 yard in like 6 plays, and in 21 plays, it's 80 total yards for Alabama. So Benson's got 3 receivers to his right, 1 man in motion. He's going to hand it off to Jameer White. He'll fight for a few yards and a flag thrown. So we'll find out what that is. It'll be illegal hands to the face on number 54, the offensive lineman for Georgia. So that's going to push him back a half a distance. So the 3-yard rush by Jameer White gets negated. And Georgia so far offensively hasn't gotten anything going. So it's going to be 1st and 14 for Georgia. Yeah, defense a slug out so far. Props to Georgia's defense for only allowing a field goal after Bryce Young rolled on the first 2 possessions. So Stenson's going to snap this from his own end zone, 1 man in the backfield, a receiver in motions, two receivers to his left and right. He's going to hand it off to Jameer White. He'll get about 5 to 6 yards on the play. Nice handoff, gets them out of their own territory. 2:50 remaining here in the first quarter. So Bennett had 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right in that instance. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 with a gain of 6. Georgia's offense is looking to get going here. Alabama's defense have kept them completely shut down so far with a total of 1 yard. Well, more now, but at the beginning of the drive, a total of 1 yard. Benson's going to drop back to throw. Pressure brought. He's going to complete over the middle. It's going to be 1st down to number 0, the tight end. Washington. Huge pass right here from Stetson Bennett. Finds it, gets it over the off defensive line. It's going to be first down, Georgia. Their first down of the night. So second down and 10 with 2:04 remaining here in the first quarter. Time of possession, 4:15 for Georgia, 8:24 for Alabama. Benson's got man in motion. He's going to fake it. He's going to launch deep. First explosive play of the game. And it's caught! First down and more for Georgia. Pickens with the reception. It's going to be first down and 10 for Georgia. And just like that, Stetson Bennett puts a ball on the money. Pickens gets behind the defensive line. The safety decides he would come up some. Pickens gets by his corner, and it's going to be first down for Georgia in Alabama's territory. Number 2, the safety totally decides to cover the crossing route, leaves Pickens wide open. He burns his corner. Bennett's got nobody in the backfield, 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He's going to drop back to throw. It's going to be a screen pass to number 19. He's going to break a few tackles. It'll be second down and inches. So just like that, and there will be an injured player, it looks like, for Georgia, but just like that, by Pickens getting by his man and Stetson Bennett putting the ball in front of them. Great bring in by Pickens. Catches it here, brings it in with 1. Nice ball security from Pickens. So just like that, Georgia's in Alabama's territory. It takes 1 big play from Georgia, and just like that, they got something rolling. They're in the red zone finally. 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Georgia is looking to score here. First down on the 19. And a flag will be thrown. I believe it'll be false start on the offense for Georgia, so that's going to send them back some. Huge play by Stetson Bennett. His arm, that was great pass accuracy right there after throwing some bad passes. But that is huge for Georgia, as that will hopefully get them on the board right there. They're in field goal territory. It'll be 1st and 15, but they're looking for a touchdown right here. It looks like it was going to be a pitch to Jameer White. So first down and 15. Benson's got 1 man in the backfield, 4 receivers to his right. He's going to make an adjustment at the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds to hike it. Gets the ball off. Will be a handoff to Jameer White. He's going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage by another 94. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Huge play by 94 to make it second down and 15 when we start the second quarter for Georgia and Alabama territory. After 1 quarter of play, it's 3-0. 3-0 Alabama. But in 1 snap of a play, Georgia is in striking distance. You are watching the National College Football National Championship game here on the TDJ Show. The Alabama, Georgia. Hey, that one viewer, appreciate you for watching. We'll be right back. End of the first quarter here in Indianapolis. Pickens with a huge play gets Georgia in striking distance. We'll be right back. And we are back. Start of the second quarter. Georgia is in striking distance and knocking on Alabama territory. So far, after one quarter of play, it is 3-0 Alabama. Bryce Young is 9 of 13 for 64 yards. Brian Robinson, 4 carries for 11 yards. And Slade Bolden, 4 receptions for 25 yards. Bennett's got one man in the backfield, 3 receivers to his right, one man in motion, and a receiver to his left. Pressure brought by Georgia. Bennett drops back the throw. He's going to get it across the middle to his tight end, Bowers, number 19. So it's going to be third down, and they're down in something. So far, Stetson Bennett is 6 of 8. He's got a total of 86 yards. It's going to be third down and 9. Zamir White has got 2 carries for 7 yards, and George Pickens has 1 reception for 52 yards. So on this drive alone, they have 85 yards and 3 first downs. So 2 receivers to the right, 1 man in the backfield, 2 receivers to his left. 1 man in motion, brought to the right side. Bennett's going to drop back to throw it on 3rd and 19. He's going to find his receiver, number 7. He's going to get to the first down, and he's going to get another yard. So huge play by Georgia. They're extending their drive. Burton on the reception. This is a huge drive by Stetson Bennett. Oh, if he would have maybe put a ball ahead in the end zone, he could have had a touchdown in one of his tight ends. It's going to be a handoff to Cook, and he's going to get dropped for a loss of a yard. Stetson Bennett, this drive has been a lot better. That deep ball, his passing has been better. If he would have waited that extra second on the 3rd down and 9, yeah, he had the easy first down, but he might have also had a touchdown if he just waited a second longer. And it could be 6-3 right now, Alabama, but he gets enough for the first down, so it's going to be 2nd down and goal after the loss of 1. Really defensive. It's a defensive slugger right now through the first half. First quarter went by very quickly. All right, Bennett on 2nd and goal. No man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. He's going to drop back to throw. He's going to throw, and that ball is over the head. Actually, it looks like it was intended for Bowers, but at first it was over the head of his receiver on the outside. So 3rd and goal for Georgia with 13 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. It looks like I thought it was going to number 5, but it doesn't. It looks like it was intended for Bowers. Good coverage on the play by Helms. So it's going to be 3rd down and goal. Bennett is 5 of 6 for 86 yards. Ball on the 9, 1 man in the backfield, but Bennett gets put in motion. Bennett's going to have to take this himself. He won't get the touchdown, but he'll be short. It's going to be 4th and goal on the 5-yard line. So Georgia will send the kicking unit out. They're going to try to tie this game up. But a huge drive from Georgia in their offense to get this rolling. Bennett on the play feel like he had nothing. It's going to be Will Anderson on the tackle, but a huge play. It's going to be 4th and goal, and Jack Potter-Lindsley, replacement for Rodrigo Blankenship. So it's going to be 4th and goal, a 24-yard attempt, a chip shot. It is up, and what is good. And we are tied here in Indy, we are tied in Indy 3-3. With 12:35 remaining here in the second quarter. So Bennett comes out with a beautiful drive, a much-needed drive, gets Georgia on the board, and we'll be right back. The broadcast is back. They're showing a graphic of actually the Indy 500 course and race car drivers and Nick Saban beating all of the good head coaches like Ryan Day or the prestigious head coaches in the college football. Ryan Day, Dabo Sweeney, all of his assistants he's beaten. He's beaten all of it. He's 24-1 against his former assistants. The loss coming to Texas A&M and Jimbo Fisher this year. All right, the kickoff from Georgia will be. It'll be a fair catch, so ball will be brought out to the 25-yard line. Alabama has actually kind of not necessarily slowed down, but stuttered since the actually is at a stall. Better word is it at a stalling point since the field goal drive. Pressure has gone to Bryce Young, especially in the third downs. He is 2 of 6 when pressured, 7 of 9 of not. He's got 56 yards, and I believe not many yards passing. So first down and 10. Three receivers, the right, one to the left, one man in the backfield. Young, drop back to throw, hit while he throws. He's going to find Williams down in the middle of the seam, and he'll get dropped by number 11, and it looks like Williams is holding his knee, but he'll be brought down across midfield, and that's not a good side for Alabama. He'll get dropped across midfield at about the 30, 40, or 45-yard line, and we'll be right back. Looking at the replay, I believe he's down at the 40. It looks like he banged in his own legs and he is holding his knee right now. He is limping off the field. That is not a good sign for Alabama. They just went on commercial break. But a huge play by Bryce Young to answer that Georgia drive. Stetson Bennett with the George Pickens 52-yard reception. That is a huge play to get Alabama by midfield and possibly back in scoring. It is 3-3, all tied up in the second quarter. So far, a defensive slug out, only 6 points in total, 3 points each for both teams. And Bryce Young has his Crimson Tide squad past midfield into Georgia territory with a nice reception to Williams, who is limping off the field with an injury, which is not a good sign for Alabama as they already lost John Machette and now Williams. Really not a good sight to see if you're a Crimson Tide fan. So, Stetson Bennett, we'll just say this. Bryce Young, the Georgia pressure has been very good. He's, I believe, 1 of 6 when pressured, and he's 5 of 7 when not pressured. So he's played really good, not pressured, but Georgia's pressure has gotten to him, and it's helped a lot. Pressure was brought on that play off the edge, and he was able to find Javonte Williams left open in the middle of this field and hits Williams for a beautiful gain. Nice way to answer back after that long Georgia possession that was really needed for the Georgia Bulldogs. But so far, Stetson Bennett, he is 5 of 7 for 86 yards. Actually, that needs to be updated. No, that's correct. He's 5 of 7 for 86 yards. Jameer White has 2 No, I don't believe it is. I have to update it. That's on me. But that drive by Bennett was huge because it gets them back in this game. Let's just say this. If they don't get a field goal, and Alabama right now is in their own territory right now, this could be like a 6-0 game if Alabama scores, or a 10-0 game. So that drive by Stetson Bennett leading the Bulldogs down the field and finding Pickett's with blown coverage on the play, and very helpful because now it's 3-3. And Bryce Young is in striking distance for Alabama, and he put that one on a rope to Javonte Williams. Williams comes across. You have one safety drop back, and you just have one safety come forward, and you have Williams just go in the middle of the field. Nobody was near him the entire time, and he'll get dropped actually. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Alabama on the 35-yard line. And Javonte Williams is in the tent at the moment. Bryce Young's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 man in motion, 1 man in the backfield. He's going to drop back to throw, fakes the handoff to Robinson. He's going to get tipped while that ball is going to get tipped at the line of scrimmage, but Slade Bolton there to get it, and it's going to be 2nd down and 1. Slade Bolton is the next man, would be the next man up in this instance. He's already got 5+ receptions on the night. I do have to update Alabama stat line before you guys see it. So it's going to be 2nd down, 1 man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. It's going to be a fake to. It was going to be a fake to Robinson. He was going to hit the guy in the flat, but doesn't hit. Tries to hit his tight end in stride up over the middle, incomplete, 3rd down and 1. And Williams is heading to the locker room. Not really a good sight to see if you are Alabama. Intended target was 84 Hall. Youngos was his 2nd read instead of the 1st read. I probably would have gone with the 1st read because the worst that could happen is, so man in motion, 2 receivers to the right, now 3 to the left. It's going to be a penalty on the play. He had Robinson in the backfield, but I think that's going to put Alabama back. It's going to be a false start on the Crimson Tide. That's going to put him back, so it's going to be a 3rd and 6. So it's 3rd and 6 right now. Georgia's played really good on 3rd down tonight, trying to hold Alabama to a field goal. Bryce Young has looked very uncomfortable these last 3 possessions, especially on 3rd down. Pressure has been brought, and he's not really done well with pressure. So with 11:54 remaining here in the 2nd quarter, as Williams heads back, he's walking by himself, which is good news. He's walking normal. Will Young has 3 guys to his left. Robinson in the backfield, 3rd down and 6. He's going to drop back the throw. Pressure brought. It's going to get complete to Bolden, but he is about 2 to 3 yards short of the first, so it's going to be 4th down and about 2 on the play. Williams isn't limping. He's walking back to the locker room on his own, which is good news. Pressure was brought. Tyndall did get a shoulder on, did get to Young's throwing arm. The ball showed right there. Good job by Young getting out. It's going to be 4th down and 3 for the Tide. So a 45-yard field goal attempt to make this a 6-3 game. That kick is up, and it is good. Gets it right to the right of middle. Huge play right there. So it is 6-3 Alabama. So 2 field goal possession leading drives for Bryce Young. A defensive slug out. It has been a defensive slug out the first half. Something not usually seen. It's usually something that has really dictated these past championship games has been the blowouts we've seen in the semifinal games and in the past few championship games. But a nice possession by Bryce Young gets Alabama up 6-3 in the 2nd quarter. And when we return, Georgia's 4th possession on offense, and we'll see if Stetson Bennett can respond. All right, you're watching the TDJ Show. You're watching the College Football National Championship game on the TDJ Show, and we'll be back in a brief moment. back in Indy, 6-3. Alabama is coming off a field goal. They did lose their top wide receiver, Jamison Williams. Sorry, I pronounced his name wrong. That is on me. All right, so Alabama 6, Georgia 3. They're going to get the ball back. Stetson Bennett looked very comfortable in his last possession, something that is really, really needed from Georgia right now. So this ball will be fielded. It's going to be taken out at the goal line. It's going to be a huge reception for numbers. Oh, a flag is thrown. He's going to break a few tackles. He's going to get by the 50 and get pushed out of the 40 in Alabama territory. But there's a flag. It might come back. Huge kick return from number 6. And if it's not on Georgia, this is going to be huge. So here's the penalty. It was holding on Georgia, so that huge kick return that would have got him into the 40-yard by the 40 is now no longer. Huge run by number 6. He makes a few man miss, gets by the 40. That could have been huge if there was not a holding call right there. Yeah, I see it. I guess I see it. Ball on the 20-yard line. Bennett's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to the left, 1 man in the backfield. That will be Cook in the backfield. And a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on Georgia. Offensive line moved, and the center didn't even snap the ball yet. So that's going to be first down and 15 for Georgia. So back-to-back penalties on Georgia affects them. We could have had good position, not. Offensive line moves, and Bennett doesn't even get the ball. That's sad. So Georgia's got 6 penalties for 44 yards. Alabama 2 penalties for 10 yards. So first and 15. Cook in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Bennett. Ball on the 15-yard line. He's going to throw. It's going to be too high for, I believe, Pickens. It's too high for Pickens. Will Anderson on the play. Second down and 15. So 2 major penalties cost Georgia, and just like that, it's second down and 15. Intended target was Pickens. And Will Anderson did bring pressure to Bennett. So 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Bennett again. Cook in the backfield, man in motion. He's going to drop back the throw. Bennett, he's going to look to the flat. He's going to hit his tight end 84. He's going to try to make number 9 miss battle, but it'll be McConkley will get about a few yards. So it'll be third down and 12 on the 18-yard line for Georgia. So Bama's defense is holding up so far. Kudos to them. 10:40 remaining here in the first quarter. One man in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Pressure is going to be brought by Alabama. Here comes the blitz. Bama gets in the backfield quickly, and it's going to be a dump-off pass to Cook, which will not be enough for the first down. It's going to be a 4th down and about 10. So back to the 20-yard line, 21-yard line for Bama. Will Anderson is a game wrecker. He just gets by 2 offensive linemen, Georgia offensive linemen, and he gets Cook. So it's actually going to be 4th and 8 on a 4-yard reception from Cook. So Georgia, with a wasted possession right there, will punt the ball back to Alabama. Ball on the 21-yard line. This punt is going to be fielded. Oh, it's going to be muffed by Shane Bolden, and he will go back to the 26, fielded at the 30, muffed it at the 30, and it's going to get brought back to the 26-yard line. So Bennett looked uncomfortable from the get-go in that possession, like really uncomfortable. He really wasn't set. Nothing worked out. 2 huge penalties costing Georgia what could have been good field position, now is not. And the GOAT Lee Corso is standing on the sideline watching this game unfold. Thank you, Lee, for everything you've done for this business. So, first down and 10 on the 26 for Alabama. Receiver in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. Robinson gets put in motion. It's going to be a screen pass to number 7, Brooks. It's going to be good enough for about 5 yards on the play. Showing the Georgia defensive coordinator, also hired as the new Oregon head coach. So 1 man in the backfield, receiver to the right, 2 to the right. 1 man in motion from the left side. 3 puts it 3 receivers to the right side. Robinson back, about 5 guys on the line for Georgia. Pressure brought. He's going to pass on the crossing route, and he's going to be caught. 81. And it's going to be a first down into Georgia territory. And just like that, Alabama's in striking distance. Number 81, the tight end. Huge pass from Bryce Young to number 81. Toto. 1 man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. It's going to be handoff to Robinson. He hasn't really gotten much handoffs like he did against Cincinnati, so it's going to be second down and goal on the 6-yard line. Huge play by Bryce Young. Good pass to the Alabama tight end. That puts Bama in striking distance. Latu on the play. Great play by him. Looks like he'll have to step up. Second down and 6 for Alabama. Alabama's up 6-3 in the second quarter. 7:55 remaining. Robinson to the backfield. Young drop back to throw. That ball will be incomplete. Intended target was Latu. Another cross. It was a crossing route. Had him. That could have been a touchdown, but number 17 was right there on the play. Third down and goal from the 6-yard line. Bryce Young's got nobody in the backfield, 2 receivers to his left. Robinson in motion. He'll get in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right for Young. Looks like a 4-man rush on the line. Young drop back to throw. Pressure brought. Here comes the pressure. He's going to scramble out right. And it looks like Tindon will get back there, and he's going to drop Bryce Young for a sack. It's going to be 4th down and goal, and out comes the Alabama field goal unit once again. I cannot tell you how many plays on 3rd down this Georgia defense has made and has kept Georgia in this game. Tindon, huge play, gets off the tackle, gets off the end, and drops Bryce Young for a sack. Make it it'll be a 37-yard field goal attempt to make this a 9-3 game. The field goal is up, and it is good. Drilled right down the middle in the uprights. Another huge stop. It's only 9-3, so back-to-back field goal drives for Alabama. 7:07 remaining here in the second quarter. We'll be going on a quick commercial break. We'll be back in a few moments. You are watching the College Football National Championship game here on the TDJ Show. The Alabama Crimson Tide versus the Georgia Bulldogs. back in Indianapolis. Huge drive by Bryce Young. His stats on the day so far, he's 14 of 22 for 182 yards. Brian Robinson, 5 carries, 13 yards. And Slade Bolden has 6 receptions for 37 yards. And Machette went to go check on Williams, it looks like. No confirmation if he'll be back or not for the remainder of the game. But Bryce Young is slinging it right now. And Georgia will get another possession. That ball will go out of bounds on the kickoff. So Will Anderson Jr. has been an absolute game wrecker. If it's getting through tackles, getting around tackles, he's been a game record so far tonight. One of the huge reasons why Georgia hasn't gotten on the board yet. But this has really been a defensive slugout. I've said it, multiple times, but it really has truly been a defensive slugout the whole night. All right, 1st down and 10 on the 35-yard line. Bennett's got 1 man in the backfield, the receiver to the right. Actually, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. It's going to be a handoff to Cook. He's going to get a few blocks, but he'll ultimately get a 3-yard rush. 3-yard rush will be second. Actually, 2-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Rushing rise, really nothing going for Georgia. Most of it been through the air. The only big play was the 52-yard pass to George Pickens. I do think that the big plays have helped. So the Jamison Williams play and the George Pickens play really huge. Pressure brought by Alabama. He's going to step back to throw. He's going to dump it off to number 6, McIntosh. And he'll get enough for a 1st down. So just like that, Georgia responding to the field goal from Alabama. I thought there would be a little bit more offense in this game. Not really. Georgia is a 2.5-point favorite at the moment, but more of a defensive slugout, which is something you really don't see in these games from both teams. It's like one team plays D. One in a first half, usually one plays a complete game, another team doesn't. In a absolute incomplete pass, actually, on the out route to number 5 for Georgia. It looked like a pretty ball, just couldn't come up with it. Great positioning by the Alabama defensive back. Second down on the Georgia 45. 2nd down and 10, 1 man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Bennett back to throw. His pass is going to be completed, and it'll be a gain of at least 5. The tight end drags himself across that, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5. So it's 3rd down and manageable right now for Georgia. They just got into Alabama territory. Jameer White with a nice block on number 8 Battle. Huge plays by Bowens, and he drags 2 defensive backs, actually a linebacker and a defensive back with him, to get. It's actually 3rd and 4th. So 1 man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left for Georgia. They're 1 of 5 on 3rd downs right now. Bennett, 1st down and more. But I believe ball was out. Receiver was Mitchell. Ball did come loose at the end of the play, but Mitchell was down. Huge play, huge strike by Bennett right there. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Georgia. Nice. Mitchell working on defensive back number 6, Jackson. That ball, he was down before that ball even came out, so no point. 4:57 remaining here in the first half. No touchdowns been scored. So 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, 1 minute in the backfield for Bennett. He's going to fake the handoff to White. Pressure brought, and he'll get sacked by number 15. Turner. Bennett felt the pressure after the play action, trying to step in the pocket and gets nowhere. So it's going to be a loss of at least 3 or 4 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and at least 13 or 14. Actually, yeah, sack was got over the line, which would have made it would have been second and 15, but it won't. It's gonna be second and 14. One man in the backfield, four receivers. Nah, four receivers. Yeah, four receivers to the right, one to the left. Bennett's drop back to throw, feels the pressure. Anderson chasing. He's just gonna throw it away. So it's gonna be third down and 14 for Georgia. They had two tight ends line up at the line of scrimmage, two receivers out on the outside. Will Anderson with the pressure there. He's played a heck of a game so far. So Stenson Bennett's got a third and 14 ahead of him. I really thought personally this would have been a higher scoring game instead of 9-3, 4 field goals taken. But it looks like Cook is going to join Bennett in the backfield. So 3 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. He's going to hike the ball, pressure Bra. He's got enough time. Bennett's going to find a guy underneath. It's not going to be enough for the first down. Pass completed to Jackson and Toto Otto on the play. So it's going to be fourth down for Georgia. And I believe it's going to be fourth down and 6 for Georgia. And I believe that will send the field goal unit out with 3:30 remaining. With 3:26 remaining. Polinsky, he made his first field goal from 24 yards. This one from 49 yards out on the right hash. The snap. Ball is up, and it is good. Gets it right through the right corner, and it is 9-6 Georgia. Defensive slug out, getting stops on third downs when needed for both teams. And 5 field goals have been taken right now, and a total of 15 points on the board. If you would have asked me at halftime that this would be the case, I'd say this would be like 21-21 right now, but that is not the case. Alabama leads Georgia 9-3 with 3:09 remaining in the second quarter. Really not sure what happened on this. I'm not really sure what the third play call was here. I would have thought they would have went for the first down, but I guess they got him in enough yards to get him in the field goal territory. So it works out at the end of the day. But Jackson was the target. He completes the pass. I'll say in the last few possessions, Bennett settled down a lot. But is he going to be able to play? So here's the kickoff. They'll be they're gonna let it go out of bounds. So it's gonna be ball in the place on the 25-yard lines with 3:09 remaining left for Alabama. So Bryce Young going back out really hasn't looked this. He's had a few good drives. He'll line up with the Robinson in the backfield, man in motion, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. It's going to be a handoff to Robinson. Robinson's going to he's going to get about a 3-yard gain on the play. Second down and 7, tackled by number 7 Walker on the play. Had a few blocks downfield, but ultimately the linebacker got to him. Second down and 7. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Robinson in the backfield. He's going to drop back to throw. Pressure brought. That pass is going to be incomplete. And just like that, it is third down and 7 with 2:39 remaining here in the first half. Dean on the coverage. Credit to Georgia's defense for only allowing Alabama on back-to-back possessions. Credit to the defense on back-to-back possessions for Georgia, only allowing field goals and making huge stops. So now it's third and 7. This could be a huge stop right here because with 2:39 left, Bennett could either take the lead. If they get the ball back here, Bennett could take the lead or tie this up. So both teams are 2 of 7 on third downs right now. Oh, and I think they're going to get a false. I think they're going to get an offsides on Georgia. Think Young's hard count got him. It's going to be offsides on Georgia, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be third down and 2. Huge play right now because now it makes it third and manageable, and they can run the ball here if you're Alabama. Huge. That penalty is huge. So 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, 1 man in the backfield for Young. Man in motion is going to be Billingsley. He's going to go back out to the right side. Young drop backs the throw. He's got his man over the middle. It's going to be Hall. He's going to make a few man miss. He's going to get past the 50-yard line, tackled by 44. Holt. Huge play by Alabama. It looks like he was about to get tackled behind the line of scrimmage, but that is not the case. Young. Pressure was brought. That was almost lost of yards. Good job by Hull not going down, so it's first down and 10 on the 43-yard line. It's going to hand off to Robinson. Robinson's going to get about a good yard or 2 on the play. Second down and 8. Down to the last 2 minutes. Great play by Hall on the last play to get him into Georgia territory. So 1:59 remaining here in the first half. Second down and 8. Bryce Young has 1 man. Yeah. Young, drop back the throw. Intended pass was Hall. Incomplete. Third down and 8. Yet again, another crucial third down for Georgia here. Sorry about that. Hall was the intended target. Bryce Young had Robinson to the backfield, 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Third down and 8 on the 41-yard line of Alabama. This could be a huge stop for Georgia. Robinson lines up to the right of him, one receiver to the right, 3 to the left. Young. And a timeout taken by Georgia. They're going to take their first timeout. I don't think they saw something they didn't like. So along with them, I'm going to take a timeout. 1:54 remaining here in the first half in Indianapolis. Your score is 9 Alabama, 6 Georgia. Back after the timeout. So Robinson will line up to the left of Young. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 1 to the left. First down will get him in field goal territory. Third down and 8 for Alabama. Looks like pressure will be brought from Georgia, though. Definitely pressure. It's going to be, Bowling catches it, but as he went down, he bobbled it and then gets it out of the air. So it looks like they're going to call it a first down here. That's going to move Alabama into field goal territory. Huge catch. Bowling gets it. Actually, I think this will be ruled incomplete. Brings it down, bounces it off the ground, and it just comes out of his hand. So it's going to be 4th down and 8, and that will send the punting unit out. Alabama's punting unit out. So with 1:40 left, Stetson Bennett will try to get the ball into field goal territory for Georgia, or try to get some points on the board here. 1:40. Georgia does have 2 timeouts, so this ball will be down at the 25. So with 1:33, here's the comparison between the two. Bennett 11 for 17. Young 15 of 26. Bennett 127 yards, Young 206 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. So I would say this. I feel like both offenses so far, both teams in general, are playing this very, very, very conservative. 2 deep shots in total down the field. I mean, Javonte, like the Jamison Williams was a deep shot. The Pickens was a deep shot. But I mean, that Hall long run and a few others for Alabama, those were like broken tackles and stuff. So Bennett is going to snap the ball under center. He's going to put a man in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Jameer White. He's going to get a few blockers, but he'll get like 3 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. Clock is ticking here. Minute 22 remaining. 2nd down and 6. He'll get a gain of 4 on the play. Georgia does get the ball after half, so I guess there's really no urge to, really rush this. They have a minute 6, 2 timeouts. So 2nd down and 6 on the play. And I got a feeling that Georgia's just going to run this down to the half. 1 man in the backfield with Bennett, 2 receiver to the right and left. Handoff to White. White's really going to get nowhere. He'll get dropped. He'll gain about a yard and drop back to the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and about 5 on the play. 34 seconds remaining. Yeah, looks like Georgia's going to wind this down to the intermission. 27 seconds left in the first half. They're down in 5. I believe a timeout was taken on the field, not sure by who. Defensive slug out. It's simple as that. I mean, 15 points have been scored, all by the way of field goal. Credit to the Georgia defense keeping Bryce Young controlled. Credit to the Alabama defense for not allowing Bennett to get anything really downfield. So 22 seconds left. Stenson Bennett will lead his guys out there. I believe this will just be another handoff, and this will take us to the end of half. One man in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Bennett. Makes an adjustment at the line. He's going to hand it off to White. White's going to get a 1st down. He's going to get a little more. He'll get to about the 25-yard line, I believe. Big hole right there for White. That's probably the best run actually for both teams on the whole game, and they're going to take that right down to the they're going to take it down to the end of the half. So after 2 quarters of play here in the national championship game, Alabama 9, Georgia 6. Georgia will receive the ball at half. We'll be back with your halftime show in a few minutes. Welcome to the TDJ Show halftime show for the College Football National Championship game. After one half of play, Alabama leads Georgia 9-6. So far, game recap: defensive slug out. Georgia and Alabama have made defensive stops when needed, especially on third down. Huge tackles for loss, huge sacks for Georgia on third downs, especially one sack forced a field goal, and another defensive stop on the third down forced another one. Puts Alabama at 9 points. Georgia has 6 points on the half. Yet again, Alabama's defense making stops on Georgia's offense. Same too. Stats so far: Bryce Young is 15 of 26 for 15 of 26, 206 yards. Brian Robinson has 6 carries for 18 yards. Slade Bolden has 6 receptions for 37 yards, stepping in for Jamison Williams, who left the game with an injury, and nothing has been said since. So, to the Georgia side of the ball, Stetson Bennett is 11 of 17 for 127 yards. Jameer White has 5 carries for 22 yards, and George Pickens has that one reception for 52 yards as he burnt his corner, and the safety came in and allowed Bennett to put a ball on the money, gets Georgia into Alabama territory, and gives Georgia their first points of the game. That's about it. I truly did think this game would be a little bit higher scoring. I would have thought we were, we'd be talking 21-21 or like 21-14, somewhere along the lines, not a 9-6 defensive slugger right now, which is good. This is definitely not what we get in a national championship game ever since the college football playoff came in. You don't get this kind of stuff. Maybe blowouts. There's that one team that plays a complete game, and then there's that one team who doesn't. So, credit to Georgia's defense, keeping Bryce Young under control, not allowing big plays. Props to both defenses for not allowing big plays. Both teams allowed one. I mean, if you want to count the yards after catch for Alabama and their 2 tight ends, but I'm really counting it as, all right, down the field shots, how many have you taken? And really, it's been one-on-one. I mean, Bennett had a beauty of a throw to Pickens, and Bryce Young had a very nice throw across the middle of the field to Williams, and as he went down, knocked both of his knees, and that's why he has not returned. All right, coming up, my predictions for the second half, what both teams need to do, and then the second half of the college football year. This is the TDJ Show, bringing you the college football national championship game, Alabama versus Georgia. We'll be back in a quick second. Welcome back to the TDJShow halftime show for the College Football National Championship game. Alabama leads Georgia at the half, 9-6. Been a defensive slugout all game. Definitely not what I thought it would be through one half of play. But my tips to the second half for both teams. What do I expect to see in the final outcome? Actually, yeah. This is actually for both teams. Get the running game involved. I mean, Brian Robinson had about 100 plus yards against Cincinnati, and right now he's sitting at 7 carries for 18 yards. Get the running game involved. That's the big thing. Get the running game involved. All right? Both teams. I mean, Zamir White has 5 carries for 22 yards. He had that one big gain at the end of the first half. Get your running game involved as much as you can. Get your running game involved. Allow that to open up the outside. I mean, I get you really don't have many deep threat wide receivers now if you're Alabama. But if you're Georgia, you have George Pickens, who had a 52-yard reception to get you points. Use it. If you're Georgia, use Amir White, let him get those rushing yards for you, and then hit Pickens on the outside. Use the big plays, and I feel like that's what the first half was lacking. Big plays. The way I counted it, each team had one big play. The 52-yard reception to Pickens, and that one reception down the middle of the field to Jamison Williams. Then went out with an injury. I get Alabama's big play ability might not be there, but they can get big plays from Brian Robinson. They can do that. That is valuable for them. I think if Georgia uses Amir White, allows it to open up the running game, you're going to get somewhere. You might be able to find Pickens on the outside. Georgia, now I only had 2 things for Alabama because I know how much they really can do and can't do. But Georgia, I said get Pickens open on the outside. Use him. Use him on the shorter routes. Use him as much as you can. Use him as a downfield threat because you can do it too. That is highly valuable. The next time you will see me is the second half of play of Alabama, Georgia. Right now, Alabama leads Georgia 9-6 at the half. You're watching the College Football Playoff National Championship game here on the TDJ Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to start the second half of play in Indianapolis. Alabama leads Georgia 9-6 in the third quarter. Defensive slowdown so far. One thing I did forget to mention on my post on the halftime show is how huge of a play that scoop and score to start the game was. Now, by that getting called incomplete, this game could be totally different. This could be 13-9 Georgia right now with Georgia in the driver's seat. This could be, but it's not. Alabama's up 3 right now. And Bryce Young has to wait for the Georgia offense to get off of the field to touch the ball in the second half. So the kick will be fielded in the end zone. So ball will go out to the 25. Now, great defense by both teams. I feel like especially on third down, the third down defense for both teams has really been the key. I will say that right here, right now. And Will Anderson, man, he has played great today too. He's a game record. So 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 man in the backfield for Bennett. He'll hand it off to White. White's going to get a good gain. White's going to get the ball across the first down marker. Now, I said it already. The one thing that they haven't done is really rush the ball, and they give it to Zamir White. He gets a good play. 6 carries, 32 yards, first down and 10 for Georgia. A huge play right there. Get the running game going. That's going to open passing lanes and stuff. So big plays are coming right there. 10-yard rush for Zamir White gets them to the 36-yard line. 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left for Georgia, 1 man in the backfield. Bennett's going to hand it off to White again. White's going to break 1 tackle. He's going to get into enemy territory, into the Alabama territory. One of the linebackers for Alabama had a chance to wreck that play. Number 2, DB Hellens. He had a chance to wreck that play. White breaks the tackle. He gets into enemy territory in a first down. So 2 big rushing plays right there. He's at 7 rushes for 52 yards for Zamir White, right? I said it. Get the running game involved. Now Georgia's in Alabama territory. It's going to be a flea flicker. Bennett, he's going to take a shot deep, and he's going to throw it to nobody in that vicinity. Georgia going for 2 things right there. I said big plays. I said running the ball. An attempt at a big play, we'll put it that way. Yeah, an attempt at a big play. They tried the flea flicker. He was looking for Pickens, and Pickens just kind of stopped his route. Looks like Pickens could have been his man potentially. So now it's 2nd down and 10. There's a flag on the play. So it's going to be intentional grounding on Stenson Bennett. He threw in the vicinity of really no one. Pickens cuts off his route on the flea flicker, so he just throws it where he thought Pickens was going to be, and he was hit as he threw, so intentional grounding called. Now it's going to be 2nd and 19 back in Georgia territory. Bennett drops back to throw. He's going to dump it off to Cook. Cook's going to make a few man miss, and it's going to be 3rd down for Georgia. 3rd down and 8 for Georgia. Now, great stop to this drive. Great rushing lanes for Zamir White. Got that off going. They attempt a big play. They get an intentional grounding call. Dump off pass to Cook. Gets it to 3rd and 8. So 3rd and 8 on the 43-yard line in Alabama territory. 2 receivers to the right, 1 man in the backfield, 1 receiver to the left. Bennett's going to drop back to throw. Pressure brought. Bennett's got to escape. He's going to have to throw that ball away in a great defensive stand from Alabama. So Georgia basically drives down the length, not the length of the field, but gets it into Alabama territory, and they're going to have to punt the ball away. Great pressure by Will by Harris, by Will Anderson Jr., forces Stenson to roll out, and he has to throw it away. So 4th and 8, punting from the 43. Shane Bolden back there to return for the Crimson Tide, and he'll return it inside the 10-yard line. Bryce Young goes out with 12:46 remaining as he's 15 of 26 for 206 yards tonight. Not a single touchdown has been scored. Really thought this would be a high scoring affair, but it really is not. So that sends out Bryce Young in the Alabama offense for their first possession of the second half. And we'll be right back. Broadcast is back from Indy. Right now, the big plays in that goal line stand to force Bama to 9 points. Alabama still leads Georgia 9-6. This Georgia defense has made huge stops, especially on third down. Both teams have, and it's been really, really impressive. And they've been huge plays too. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Alabama inside their own 10 on the 7-yard line. Young will hand it off to Robinson. He will get to about, it'll be a 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5. Actually, it'll be a gain of 3, so 2nd down and 7. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left for Young. Nobody in the backfield. Young drop backs the throw. Young's going to look to go deep. He's going to be picked off. He overshot his intended receiver, and it's picked off for Bryce Young. Huge play by the Bulldogs defense right there. Gets the ball into Alabama territory and gives Stetson Bennett the ball right back. That is huge. Bryce Young overshot his man. Good job by 31 to jam him. The jams Billingsley. Good job by the Georgia defensive back to read the ball and get that. So that gives Georgia the ball back, 1st and 10 with 12:05 remaining. And hopefully the fireworks are coming now. First and 10 for Georgia. Ball on the 43 again. Stenson's going to look to throw, tipped up in the air, and almost picked off at the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10. Tipped by Will Anderson at the line and almost picked off by Bama. Frightening scenes for both teams right there. Bennett's got one man in the backfield, three receivers to the right, one to the left. Stenson's going to drop back to throw. Pressure brought. Gets the ball off to number 6. Breaks a few tackles. We'll get to the 40-yard line. McIntosh breaks a field. It's going to be 3rd down and 7, just like that. Pressure brought by Bama, by Dal. Bennett did get hit while he throwed, indeed. So 3rd down and 7 for Georgia on the 40-yard line. One man in the backfield. Pressure brought by Will Anderson. Forces Bennett to roll out to his right. He'll have to throw it to Mitchell, who is that pass is incomplete, has to throw it to the sideline, and it gets nowhere. So just like that, Alabama's defense, big stop again. They're still up 9-6. This has really been a defense of, game. Even out of the, first 3 possessions of the half, nothing's really changed offensively. But all 3 passing plays for Georgia open up that possession. So the punt from Georgia. This ball will be downed in the it's going to be downed at the 2-yard line. Bowens lets it take a few bounces. That ball is going to be down at the 2-yard line, and Bama is right back to where they were. So with 11:03, 1st and 10 for Alabama. Alabama leads Georgia 9-6. We will take a quick break and be back right with you. Back in Indy. Alabama leads Georgia 9-6 in the third quarter with 11:03 remaining. Bama is on the 2-yard line. Young will snap from his own end zone. He's got one receiver to his left, two to the right. Robinson in the backfield on a 1st and 10 on the 2-yard line. Billings in motion. Will be a handoff to Robinson. Robinson will get back to the line of scrimmage, luckily. Actually, he'll get a yard on the play. Luckily, that was not a safety, as the defense for Georgia had him right there. 2nd down and 9. $10:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter. One man in the backfield. 3 receivers to his right. It's going to hand off to Robinson. Robinson's going to make a few man miss. He's going to get a big gain. He's going to get the ball to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Alabama. Gets them out of their own territory. Huge play with 10:18 remaining. One man in the backfield, man in motion, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's going to be a handoff to Robinson again. Robinson's going to get to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2 for Alabama. So Alabama handing the ball off. They're going to get somewhere now. 9:35 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And I said both teams needed to run the ball more, and that's what they're doing. Especially with Robinson. 2nd down and 2. 1 man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. 1 man in motion, now 3 receivers to his left. Young drop back to throw. He's going to throw the screen pass to Billingsley, and he will get enough for a 1st down and about another yard more. So Young's going to throw the screen pass to Billingsley in this time, and he'll get a yard or 2. The 2nd down. Second down and 8 for Alabama. And Jamison Williams comes back out on the field. His night is done. Young in the backfield by himself, 2 receivers at the right and left. He's going to drop back to throw. It's going to be a screen pass to Brooks. Brooks is going to get to it'll be a gain of at least 4. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for Alabama. Jamison Williams had 4 targets for 4 receptions and 65 yards on the night. Not a bad night, but ended prematurely. 3rd down and 3 for Alabama. 1 man in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right. Sanders is the tailback. Young. He's going to drop back to throw. Pressure brings. He's going to get it to Sanders. Sanders is going to get it. But Sanders is going to get enough for a 1st down unless they mark his knee down at the 1. He did get enough. He did get the ball by the play. Nice try by the Georgia defenders to keep him down. It's going to be enough for a 1st down and 10. Nice job by Sanders to break free from him. So 1 man in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right. Billingsley in motion. But he'll stay to the right side of the field. Young's going to fake the handoff. He'll get it to Billingsley, and Billingsley will won't even get a yard on the play. 2nd down So actually, they'll give him a gain of 2, second down and 8 on the play. Young, one man in the backfield, 3 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to drop back to throw. Young, he'll find Robinson in the flat, carries his defender for a gain of 7, 3rd down and 1 for Alabama. An Alabama offensive lineman, will have to sit a play. Helmet came off on the play, so it's actually going to be 3rd down and 2, not 3rd down and 1. A gain of 6 on the play. Alabama still leads Georgia 9-6. One man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Young. He's going to drop back the throw. Pressure brought. He's got Robinson. It's enough for a 1st down. And the Georgia territory crossed the 40-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Really nice drive after throwing that interception from Bryce Young. Very nice drive from Alabama. Gets the ball past the 40-yard line in Georgia territory, taking clock off the time. So Young, one man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right and left, hand off to Robinson. He'll get past the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4. The response from this drive from Bryce Young is really good, especially being backed up farther than they were the possession beforehand where he threw the pick. And number 88 for Georgia is down on the ground. So it looks like we'll take a defensive timeout and be right back. Back to Indianapolis after the injury timeout for Georgia. Right now, Bryce Young has led Alabama on an impressive drive, getting them into Georgia territory. They lead 9-6 over Georgia. 2nd down and 4 for the Crimson Tide on the 44-yard line. One man in the backfield, three receiver to the right, one to the left. Hand off to Robinson. Robinson will get to. It'll be a 3-yard gain for Alabama. It'll be 3rd down and 1 after the Robinson 3-yard rush. One man in the backfield, jumbo set. Young's going to hand it off to Robinson. Robinson's going to get it in a few more yards. It'll be 1st down for Alabama. Right now, Alabama is said one of my adjustments they needed to make, and that was running the ball. Georgia did it to open up the half, gone away from its 6. It worked for Georgia. Now, Alabama is taking it and getting to the point where that's not the case. Current drive, 13 plays, 69 yards, and 6:50 off the clock. Robinson gets another handoff, but he gets dropped behind the line for a loss of 2. Huge play right there by Smith Jr. It'll be 2nd down and 12. If Georgia comes away with a field goal here, that's really huge. But that does mean the offense for Georgia is going to have to go down the field and get a score of some sort. Good play. Billingsley actually been calling him the wrong number all night. Billingsley allows number 4 to get by, and it's a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11. Young's got nobody in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left. 4-man rush. It'll be a 4-man rush from Bama at the line. Young's going to drop back to throw. 5-man rush. Pressure brought head as he throws. And it's going to be incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 11 for the Tide. 3:28 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Bryce Young was hit. Young was hit as he threw. Nothing major at this point in time. Thought he had Brooks. Safety comes over the cover, and that ball is just behind him just a little bit. 3rd down and 11 on the 30-yard line. 1 man in the backfield with Young. 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left. Robinson will line up to the left of Young. Pressure shown from Georgia. Pressure brought by Georgia. Gets in the backfield, hit as he threw Young. And it's going to be dropped by Hall, the tight end. It will be 4th down and 11. And yet again, Georgia's defense comes up big and will force the field goal unit out for Alabama. $17 comes in, bull rushes, and then allows 41 to hit Young as he threw. Just off the tips of Hall. Will Rickard, he's made all 3 tonight. It's a 48-yard attempt. And it's blocked! Blocked by Georgia! Georgia blocked the kick. With 3:18 remaining, Georgia will have ball in their own territory, and somebody got a hand on it. It is still 9-6 Alabama in the 3rd quarter. This is insane right now. Wow. Georgia's special teams coming in clutch right now. Like, really clutch. Carter, number 88, gets a hand on the ball. And just like that, Georgia will control the ball in their own territory. We're going to go on a commercial break. We'll be right back. We are back in Indianapolis after that blocked field goal from Georgia. Sets Georgia up nicely, gives Georgia a lot of momentum being down 3 in the third quarter. That was a very nice drive that Bryce Young was putting it together for Alabama. But yet again, Georgia's defense, I said it a lot. I'm going to continue to say it. This has been a defensive slug out. And if the plays that have been made by this defense doesn't prove it, I don't know what does. All right, one man in the backfield, James Cook. He's going to make a man miss. Oh, he's got room. 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 15. He's in he's in Alabama territory at the 4-yard. Oh, boy. They're in the red zone. Uh-oh. Georgia's knocking on the door now, ladies and gentlemen. With 3:04 remaining in the third quarter, Georgia's knocking on the door. Great run by James Cook. Puts the boosters on. And Battle was able to catch up with him. All right. So it's going to be first down in the red zone for Georgia. Let's see how they respond. They are down 3 at the moment. 2:40 remaining. First down and 10 on the 13-yard line. One man in the backfield, 3 receiver to the right, one to the left. Man in motion for Bennett. He's going to scramble. He's going to make a few man miss. He'll get past the 10. And that is about it. I believe the ball comes out, but it really won't matter. I believe Bennett was down at the point. Huge run by James Cook. Gets them into Georgia territory. Amazing play. This will be about second down and 5 after the 5-yard run by Stetson Bennett. Bennett notices the pressure's coming. The only thing he can do is really run at that point. It'll be a 4-yard gain with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Second down and 6. Ball on the 9-yard line. One man in the backfield, 2 receiver to the right, 2 to the left for Bennett. Bennett snaps under pressure. He's going to hand it off to number 6. And there's 2 flags on the play, but it will be enough for a first down. McIntosh gets enough for the first down on the run. 2 flags thrown on the play. There'll be a face mask on Alabama. That's going to set up Georgia nicely, and that's going to give Georgia a first down and goal. Minute 44 remaining here in the third quarter. 2 huge runs by this Georgia offense. Nice few plays. James Cook's huge run to get them out of their own territory into Alabama territory sets them up nicely. It's going to be first and goal at the 2-yard line. Bennett drops a snap. He's going to give it to White. Touchdown, Georgia. And they get on the board first with 1:20 remaining in the third quarter. And Georgia is on top. Just like that, the tide changed dramatically. That James Cook rush set up a 1-yard touchdown for Zamir White. And that puts Georgia up 12-9 over Alabama. What a crucial moment. And it was a low snap that Bennett had to control. Good job by him. Good job by White following his blocks and sneaking through into the end zone. The extra point for Georgia is up, and it is good right down the center. It is 13-9. Georgia on top of Alabama right now with 1:20 remaining in the third quarter. That blocked field goal sets up everything. That blocked field goal, everybody's going to look back into it, and that blocked field goal is huge. Good job by Bennett controlling that snap after he snapped it under center, and it wasn't the greatest snap in the world. But good job by Bennett controlling it and getting it to his tailback. So that blocked field goal set up the James Cook run, the run by McIntosh to get him to the goal line, face mask, a 1-yard run for Zamir White gets Georgia ahead 13-9 with 1:20 remaining in the third quarter. The kickoff will be fielded. Nope, it's going to be a touchback. And just like that, the game has changed dramatically in what a huge way. A blocked field goal. Who would have thought a blocked field goal sets up a Zamir White touchdown run? And a huge run by James Cook. Credit to him there. One man in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right, one to the left for Young. He's going to drop back the throw. His pass will be complete to Bolden. Actually, no, it won't be complete to Bolden. Wrong person. Be about 2nd down and 4. So Bryce Young in Alabama looking to respond after the touchdown from Georgia. Robinson lines up to the left, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left for Young. It's going to be 2nd down and about 4 to go. 48 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's going to be a handoff to Robinson. Robinson's going to get a yard. We'll get about 2. It'll be 3rd down and 2 with 36 seconds remaining in the third quarter. I am honestly shocked that it took it that long for Georgia, for one of these teams to even get a touchdown on the board. These teams were struggling in the first half to get any points on the board. And Georgia responds with a huge touchdown. All right, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Robinson in the backfield. Defensive line shifts. Young's going to throw. Pressure brought. Pass completed. It'll be 1st down and 10 to start the opening of the fourth quarter. And there is a injured Georgia Bulldog down. But after 3 quarters of play, Georgia leads Alabama 13-9. We're heading to our last quarter of play in the college football season. Georgia, Bama, national championship on the line. 15 minutes remain. Season's champion crowned, a champion crowned, and a loser, and a champion will be crowned, and a runner-up will be given. You're watching the National College Football National Championship here on the TDJ Show. Back in Indy, Alabama will start the ball off 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. What an eventful third, a blocked punt on a crucial drive, and the first touchdown of the game as Georgia leads Alabama 13-9. The last 15 minutes left here in the in the national championship game. Two guys in the back, two receivers to the right, one to the left. Young's going to drop back to throw. Pressure brought. Completed the Bolden. He'll be down at the 48.5 or 49-yard line. Second down and about 6 to go. Actually, it'll be second down and 3. My bad. One man in the backfield. Bryce will hand it off to Robinson. Robinson will get... There's a flag on the play, but I think it might be enough. It'll be unnecessary. I believe it was unnecessary roughness on Georgia. Robinson did get enough for the first down, though. First down and 10 on the 33-yard line in Georgia territory. Young drops back to throw. He's going to launch it deep. He's going to find a man. Caught. Hall, the tight end, gets it. There's a big play, and the Crimson Tide, just like that, are in the red zone and could take the lead here possibly. Huge play. Puts Hall in motion, or actually no, puts the other tight end in motion. Actually puts Bolden in motion, my bad. First and goal on the 5-yard line, and Bryce Young delivers a dot. Bryce Young's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that's incomplete. So it'll be second down and goal from the 5. Hall was the intended target again. Good job by the DB, number 5 for Georgia. So Georgia still holds their lead. It'll be second and goal. Make sure you stay tuned for the post-game show. It'll be a quick post-game recap of the game and quick stats and quick thoughts on the game from me, myself. Stay tuned for the post-game show. Second and goal on the 5-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Robinson to the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Robinson. Robinson will get to about the 3-yard line at most. Be gain about 2, so it'll be third and goal. Sign on the play. Send. Two possessions in the red zone for Alabama, and not a single touchdown has been scored. One was the blocked field goal, the last possession. So third and goal on the 3-yard line. Bolden in motion. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Robinson to the backfield. Young's going to drop back to throw. Young's pass is over. Intended for number 11, thrown just ahead of him. And the Georgia defense gets a 4th down and goal, and out comes the field goal unit for Alabama. Had the route, had the man, had his everything. He just overthrew him. Little too early, but the pressure was brought. Good job by Georgia bringing the pressure. So they will send it will be a 21-yard attempt for Alabama. And so far, Alabama has not scored a touchdown in 4 quarters. Field goal is up, and it is right down the middle. So far, 12 points have come off of 4 field goals for Alabama. They are down 1 with 12:59 remaining in the 4th quarter. Bryce Young is frustrated with himself as he missed that throw. Could have gave Alabama the lead and momentum and control of the game. But that is not the case. So far, Georgia leads Alabama 13-12. We are going on a quick commercial break. We will see you in a few. All right, Georgia's first possession of the first quarter. Updated stat line for Alabama. Right now, Bryce Young is 26 of 42 for 290 yards and one interception. Brian Robinson, 18 carries, 62 yards. And Slade Bolden has 7 receptions for 44 yards right now. So Georgia will head back out on offense after the kickoff. They lead Alabama 13-12. So that ball will be taken out of the end zone for Georgia. Ball will get placed on their own 25-yard line. Georgia's leading rushes, James Cook. He's got 71 yards right now, 4 rushes. And Zamir White has 8 rushes for 53 yards and the touchdown that put Alabama ahead. I will say this about this game so far, as Bennett lines up with one man in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right, and 1 to the left. Hand off to White. He will try to make a few man miss. He'll get to the 30-yard line. I'll say this about this game. If you were looking for an offensive-paced game, definitely not it. But if you're looking for a defensive slug out and for defenses to make crucial stops in crucial times, this is definitely a game. Definitely not last year's game, which the Alabama team scored a lot, but definitely a good game this year as it's a 2nd and 5 for Georgia. On the 30-yard line, 1 man in the backfield, the receiver to the right, 3 to the left. And it's going to be a pitch back, and it'll be a loss of yardage. Harris making the tackle for loss. It was a few pitches back for Georgia. It doesn't go anywhere. It'll be 3rd and 8 with 12:11 remaining. So just like that, the 2nd and 5, it will be 3rd and 8. Cook tried to pitch it back to McCockley. Bennett felt the pressure right off the edge from Alabama. So on a 3rd and 8, 2 receivers to the right, 1 man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 1 man in motion. Pressure brought. Stenson's got to get out of the pocket. It's going to be incomplete. Pressure brought by Battle and Will Anderson Jr. It'll be 4th down and 8, and Georgia will punt the ball off to Alabama. Looks like a call will be made. I'm not sure what the call was. No flag was thrown. Good pressure by Harris, though. Getting the ball out of Bennett's hands, forcing the 4th and 8. Not really sure what the it was ruled a fumble? Okay, so I didn't unmute my TV to find out what the ruling was. So Sensen Bennett, pressure was brought. He decides to release it. They're calling it a fumble instead of a incomplete pass. I guess I could see this go both ways since it really wasn't like when he's going back and he's releasing, it doesn't go, it goes up. But if it is a fumble, they're looking to make sure that Branch wasn't out of bounds when the ball was caught. But if this is ruled a fumble, this is huge because it puts Alabama in Georgia territory any chance to take a lead. This is really an odd point, but good job by Battle bringing that pressure over. I think the ball is going to get put in Alabama territory. So the replay they're showing right now, ESPN just zoomed in on it. It shows number 14 defensive player for Alabama with control and his right toe just barely on the boundary line, and it's not out of bound. Branch shows his foot barely, but that angle looks like it is. And it looks like he has possession. So this could be crucial. This could be Alabama ball in Georgia territory, and they can strike like that. A field goal gives them the lead. A touchdown gives them a lead. This is game changing. I will mute I will mute it, my volume, just to see what the actual ruling is. They did rule it a fumble, actually. So on the last replay I saw, the ball, Stenson's ball. So instead of it going straight forward, when he released it, it went up and went backwards. I think that was the conclusion they make. They call it a fumble. So it's going to be 1st down on the 16-yard line for Alabama. So Alabama could take the lead here and they have enough time. 11:35 remaining. One man in the backfield, two receivers to the right, two to the left. Billings in motion. Young's going to hand it off to Robinson. Robinson's going to get to about the 12-yard line, so it'll be about 2nd down and 7. And there's a CSC event coordinator or supervisor running out on the field for some odd reason. It'll actually be 2nd down and 6. 11:13 remaining in the 4th quarter. That is game-changing because Georgia's offense really kind of stalled right there. So Young's going to drop back to throw. His pass under pressure. Incomplete. Close. Holden caught the ball but ruled out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down and 6. That could have been a touchdown right there. Actually, a flag on the play. Let's see. Bolden, nope. His left foot was out of bounds before any other foot, so flag on the play, and it's going to be roughing the passer on Georgia, number 95, Wyatt. That's going to move the sticks, and it's going to be a fresh set of downs. Ooh, I don't know about that one. It did look like the left tackle, number 70, did extend. So this was Davis. This was the arm of the left tackle, and he extends it out like that. Kind of pushing him into it. Robinson's going to get a run. He'll get to about the 3-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 3 with 10:52 remaining. That's a questionable call right there. That push, Neal extends his arm out. That's kind of questionable. I mean, especially like that arm extension. So, guess we'll find out. 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Young. He's got Robinson in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Tight end in motion, goes back to the left side of the field. He's going to hand off it's going to be an RPO, and it's going to be a pass to the tight end that doesn't work out, so it's going to be 3rd down and goal, swatted from the pressure brought by number 16, Sign. Huge play right there, keeps Alabama out of the end zone. If Georgia's defense finds some way to keep Alabama out of the end zone right here, it is crucial, and I will tell you this here right now. If Alabama scores a touchdown, this game, and Georgia's offense has been kind of slow. They were slow that last possession. But Young's going to line up, kind of bunch, pressure brought, Young, touchdown Bama! And Bama gets on the board finally. He finds the tight end, Latu, and it's a 3-yard reception, and that put Bama in front back again. So 4 quarters, Bama finally gets their first touchdown off a fumble from Stenson Bennett, recovered by Branch at the 16-yard line. Pressure was brought to perfectly, and all breaks got away from the DB, moved him to the right. He goes, cuts back left, and he gets there. So they're going for 2 here. So Bama's going to try to make this a 7-point game. So a touchdown ties it here. 18-13 Alabama. They're going for 2 with 10:14 remaining here. Bryce Young stays out on the field. 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Nobody in the backfield. Might be a screen pass to the left. Young's going to look. He's going to scramble out. Young will try to take it himself, but no. Good. It's not good. He tries to scramble out to his right, and number 4, defensive player number 4 for Georgia, gets them, tackles him for a loss. Great play right there by Bryce Young, getting the touchdown. Tries to get the 2-point with his feet. That is no good. It is now Alabama is up 18. To 13. With 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Now this is shaping out to be a really good one. Take a quick commercial break and be right back. Back in Indy, showing highlights of the 2016 national championship, actually 2018 national championship game when Tua comes in and helps the Tide win a national championship. 26-23 in overtime. What a game that was. Now Alabama leads 18-13 against Georgia in the fourth quarter. A Stetson Bennett fumble that Alabama defensive player Branch gets at the 16-yard line leads to a touchdown for Alabama. All right. Kickoff for great drive by Bryce Young on the 3rd and goal. So 18-13. Try to make it a 7-point game with the 2-point. Didn't get it. The kickoff will be a touchback brought out to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. I feel like if you can get enough protection, you have to take a shot downfield. I honestly think you do if you're Georgia. Great play by Branch there, because if he doesn't make that play, that ball's not on the 16. That ball is out of bounds. All right. 1 man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left for Bennett. 10-14 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 5-man run. Oh, no. Never mind. 4-man rush. Play action pass. Bennett. He's going to go for the first down and more. He gets it. Caught by number 7. Nice throw by Bennett. Puts it on the money. Nice out route by the receiver on McKinley. First down, Georgia. So Georgia responding in a huge way. Burton with a huge catch. Gets the first down and more. Bennett with a nice play right there. Had enough protection. 1 man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's going to be a play action pass. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to load up. He's going to launch deep. And he's got nobody. He overshoots his man. And there's there's at least 3 flags thrown on the play. And it's going to be defensive pass interference. He tried to go back to Burton on the deep ball, and Jackson lets up a huge pass interference call. Let's see, because he overshoots this. Right there. And Burton goes down, pass interference. At least 3 different flags came in simultaneously. So that puts Georgia in 2 plays, puts Georgia right back into Alabama territory, knocking on the front door. Three receivers to the right, one man in the backfield. Cook in motion. Play action pass. Bennett. He's going to go to McIntosh. McIntosh is going to bobble it in the air, but comes down with the grab. It's going to be a first down, Georgia. Yet again, so back-to-back first downs for the Bulldogs. Nice play by McIntosh, catching the ball in the air, bobbling, controlling it. Huge play right there. Branch in coverage on the play. So first down and 10 with 9:12 remaining for Georgia. Huge response after that touchdown pass. And Bennett took two. They're taking shots deep, like the pass to Burton. That was a deep one. The shot down to Burton again and was called pass interference. Pressure brought. Bennett goes down, and he will get sacked by Turner. So the Alabama pressure gets to Bennett. He'll go down for a sack. But like I was trying to say is, the shot to Burton was a deep one too. Luckily, they got the pass interference call there. So this sack will push Georgia back. It'll be 2nd and 18. One man in the backfield, two receivers to the left and right for Bennett. He's going to snap. Bennett, he's going to launch deep. He's got a flag. He's got a man. Touchdown, Georgia! A.J. Mitchell. Well, yeah. Mitchell just went up there. Adonai Mitchell just went up there and mossed his man for a 40-yard reception, and it's going to count because it was offsides on Alabama. And Georgia, just like that, gets back in the lead. What a drive from Stetson Bennett. I am in complete shock. What a bomb from Stetson Bennett. And what a play by Adonai Mitchell. Going up and grabbing that. Whoo! Ladies and gentlemen, I said this was a defensive slug out. No big plays were being made. What a end. What a last 16 minutes, and Georgia's going for the 2 here. This would make it a 21 to 18 point game. One receiver to the right, two to the left. Cook, he's going to get the handoff. He's going to try to make a man miss. Turner, it's going to go nowhere, and Georgia will lead by 1 point. Gets the defense, gets the stuff on the 2-point conversion. So 2-point conversions for both teams, no good. So, here, ladies and gentlemen, here are the fireworks, and they came at the right time too. What a drive by Stetson Bennett. Played it perfectly too. Calm, poised. And now he gives Bryce Young 9 minutes to go down and do a drive. What a drive. We will be back after this quick commercial break. Back in Indianapolis after a beautiful drive from Stetson Bennett and the Georgia Bulldogs, capped off with a 40-yard Adonai Mitchell touchdown reception. That was really quick. That took like a minute to 2 minutes off the clock. That was a huge response from Stetson Bennett. Takes a sack, gets a free play, and launches it deep. 8:09 remaining here. He lost that previous fumble, so he was 3 of 3 for 68 yards and a touchdown. 8:09 remaining here in the fourth quarter. These are the last 8 minutes of college football. And if the last, I don't know, 8-10 minutes, if that's what it's going to be, oh boy, we are in store for a treat. The offensive fireworks show came last, ladies and gentlemen, and I did not expect that coming. I would have thought Georgia would have got, one of these teams would have started hot. All right, Bryce Young looking to answer after the touchdown pass from Georgia. 3 receivers to the right, tight end and mesh, one man in the backfield, receiver to his left, and Brian Robinson will get down for a loss of yardage, and none other than Jordan Davis. This will be 2nd down and 12. Second down and 12. Two receivers to the right, 3 to the right, 2 to the left of Young. Nobody in the backfield with him. Young loads up, throws. Incomplete. Intended target was Hall, the tight end. And on his way to the sideline, he lays out a coach. Kendrick in coverage for the Bulldogs. Third and 12. Georgia could get a huge stop right here and get the ball and take some time off the clock. Young has Hall in motion, has 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left. Robinson in the backfield. Young's going to drop back to throw. Pressure brought by the Georgia. Passes incomplete off the hands of Shane Slade Bolton. And right there, Smith, the third on the play. 4th down and 12, Bama. And out comes the field goal unit, the punting team. Great coverage right there by number 31. And great job by the safety 29 to come in, or at least help and assist. Great play by 31. Poole the third. Great defensive coverage on Slade Bolton, their leading wide receiver. So it's 4th and 12, and they will be punting from inside their 10-yard line. Huge drive right here because Georgia can knock off like a good 3 minutes or more. High kick, fielded at the 40-ish, 38-yard line. And the Georgia 38-yard line. And that sends Stetson Bennett and this Georgia offense out one more time. Honestly, you have to be looking to score, and you have to be looking to take some time off the clock. Quick commercial break here at the TDJ Show, and we'll be back with this last 7 minutes of your fourth quarter. Back in Indianapolis, the broadcast. What a beautiful drive by Stetson Bennett the last play. Gets the offside and a 40-yard touchdown pass to Adonai Mitchell. Stetson Bennett is feeling it right now. Now he's got to come back out, lead a very good drive right here, and take some time off the clock. 7-10 first down and 10 on the 38-yard line. 7-10 remaining. One man in the backfield, two receiver to the right, two to the left. It's going to be a handoff to Cook. Cook's going to get about 3 yards, 4 yards on the play. So second down and 7 or second down and 6. Second down and 6. White is now in the backfield to a receiver to the right, two to the left. Actually, no. Yep. Nope. Never mind. White, he's going to get the call, and he'll be just about short, or he'll be a yard short or inches short of the first down. So it'll be third down and 1. Actually, no. They will give him the first down and 10. Great play right there from Georgia. No urgency from Georgia right here to get to the line or run. Hurry up. 49. They're on their 49. On their own 49. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. White in the backfield with Bennett. He's going to hand it off to Bennett once again. White's going to get some room. He'll get a good 5 yards on the play. Second down and 5 for Georgia. Good job running the ball right here. Like I said, no sense of urgency for Georgia, just letting some time roll off the clock because they know they can. One man in the backfield, the receiver to the right, three to the left. White lines up to the left of Bennett. He'll take the handoff. He'll get the first down, and he'll get a few extra yards. It'll be first down and 10 for Georgia past in Alabama territory. Good run right here and good hole by the Georgia offensive line. Injury timeout on the play for Alabama. Mathis, number 48, is down on the ground. Last few runs for Zamir White have been really good. Nice holes, nice running lanes. And it's first and 10 for Georgia in their own territory with 5 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. It has been this kind of game, nerve-wracking, since the opening half. Even though there wasn't much points scored, the defense has held it down, and now second half it's been an offensive showdown from the get-go. Injured players still on the field for Alabama, Number 48, Mathis, will come off the field. It looks like a wrist or it's a left arm issue. Could do with his wrist, but he's holding it like this, so could be anything. Gets off the field, heads into the medical tent. First down and 10 for Georgia. Three receivers to the right, one to the left. Cook in the backfield for Georgia. They're a few yards out of field goal range, so no field goal available if it's a fourth down and 10 from back here. Will Anderson, pressure brought. Bennett lets the ball go. It'll be incomplete. Intended for Pickens and flag thrown on the receiver. Bennett got lucky. He put the ball right near Pickens. Gets the pass interference call. It'll be first down. It'll be first down and 10 in the red zone for Georgia. Just like that. Will Anderson brought the pressure. McKinley held him. Forces Pickens from getting to the ball. Will Anderson, what pressure. Actually, and kudos to the offensive line for Georgia. Will Anderson hasn't made a lot of as much impact as he did in the first. Actually, they're outside of the red zone, but he hasn't made much impact as he did in the first half as he's done in the second half. One man in the backfield, four receivers to the right. It's going to be handoff to White. White's going to get to about past the 20 to about the 16-yard line. About the 50, actually past the 15 into the red zone. It'll be second down and 1 for Georgia. 4:35 remaining here. Second down and 3, actually. No really urgency from Georgia. They got four receivers to the right, one man in the backfield. That would be White. Bennett's going to snap the ball, and I believe, timeout taken by Georgia. I don't think Kirby Smart liked what he saw on his offensive personnel. I don't like what he saw, so he calls his timeout. 4:05 remaining in the fourth quarter, second down and 3. Georgia ball will be right back after the timeout is over. Back after the timeout, second down and 3, 4:05 remaining. Cook is the tailback, sends a few guys out. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Cook in the backfield. Bennett, he's going to pitch it off to Cook. Cook's going to make a few man miss. He's going to get to first down yardage. Nope, they're going to call him short. It'll be third down in inches. So third down and 1. Bennett hands it off to Cook. Takes the fake. Gives it to Bowers. He's going to go in. Touchdown, Georgia. But there's a flag on the play. Bowens with what an RPO by Stetson Bennett. He gets it to Bowens, and he gets it in for the touchdown, but there's a flag on the play with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left. But I don't think it's matter because it was just pointed to Alabama. And Georgia extends their lead late against Alabama. What a game. Touchdown, Georgia. The Bulldogs are on top, and they're 3 minutes and 33 seconds away from becoming national championships. They lead 25-18. The extra point attempt is good. 26-18. Alabama is down 8 with 3:33 remaining. What a drive by Stetson Bennett. Honestly, what a few last drives by Stetson Bennett. Getting the lead back on a 40-yard touchdown pass after taking a sack. And an RPO. What an RPO play by Stetson Bennett. Gets it to Bowens, and he takes off, and he gets in the end zone for Georgia. Huge play. And Georgia is 3 minutes and 33 seconds away from a national title game and avenging their loss in 2018 and earlier in the SEC champion. Bowers. Stenson got hit in the face. He even knew it too. Look at the confidence. The confidence on Bennett right now is showing, and Bowers with an amazing Amazing grab and a run. 3 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. What a last 12 minutes from Stetson Bennett offensively. He has been phenomenal. He's played it perfectly. Wow. What a last 12 minutes from Stetson Bennett. And it might help the Bulldogs win a national title game. The kickoff will be a touchback as it goes through the uprights. First down and 10 on the 25-yard line for Bama. Bama needs 8 points to tie the game, and they have 1:33 left to do so. Bama has all 3 timeouts. Georgia has 2 of their timeouts left. One man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. Robinson goes out in motion. Shotgun formation. Bryce Young gets it over the middle of the field to Bolden, but he'll be short. It'll be second down and about 3. It'll be a 4-yard catch. It'll be second down and 4. 3-yard reception on the. Sorry for that. 3-yard reception on the play. Actually, no, second down and 5. They keep changing it. One man in the backfield. Robinson fake the RPO out to Brooks. Brooks gets smacked by number 17, 31, and 44 on the play. 3 Georgia Bulldogs right there. It'll be third down and 4. Huge third down right here, because if you don't get this, you have a decision to make if you're Alabama. Do you go for it, or do you allow your punt team, or do you allow your defense to slow down this Georgia defense, which they haven't done in the last 2 possessions? So, Young drop backs to throw. Young, hands in his face. He's got Brian Robinson over the middle of the field. First down, Alabama. That's enough for the first down. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Good play. First down and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line. One man in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hand off to Robinson. Robinson's going to get pushed behind the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a loss. Whoa. They decide to run the ball on first down, and it's going to end up being a loss of a yard or 2 unless they call. Nope. He's going to gain a yard. They're going to call the forward progress. So Alabama's got a 2nd and 9 with 1:50 remaining here. 1 man in the backfield, the receiver to the right, 3 to the left. Young calls an adjustment at the line of scrimmage. Hikes the ball, drops back to throw. Has some time. Pressure brought by Georgia. Scrambles route right. His pass is caught by the tight end, Latu, and it'll be enough for a first down. Number 81. Good pressure right there to get Bryce Young out. All right, first down and 10. Ball. Young drops back. He's going to launch it deep. He's going to play it. It's going to be tipped in coverage by Kendrick. It's going to be second down and 10 for Alabama. 1:14 remaining. They're in Georgia territory. Still have all 3 timeouts. What can the Heisman Trophy winner do for Bama to get them back into this game? They do need 8. Intended target was Brooks. First, 1:14. For second down and 10 on the 44-yard line of Georgia. 1 man in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right. Young drops back to throw. Pressure bought on the right side. Young's going to drop back to throw. His ball is incomplete, intended for Brooks again. Kendrick on the coverage. Brooks cannot corral it one-handed in a huge play right there by the Georgia defense. It's 3rd down and 9. Great coverage by Kendrick. Actually, threw it up there. He had to go at this one-handed. kind of slowed down and broke. Instead of using two hands or getting under the ball quicker, he decides to use two. So 3rd down and 10, a minute and 9 left. Ball on the 44-yard line of Georgia. One man in the backfield. Billings in motion, goes back to the right side of the field. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Young's going to drop back to throw. Pressure broad both sides. Young's going to throw. Picked off by Georgia. Picked off by Georgia. Number 5 is going to take it back to the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Georgia. There's the icing on the cake. They are 54 seconds away from becoming national champions. A pick six. Bryce Young's second pick of the day. And just like that, Georgia leads Alabama 32-18. What a play. What pressure off the edge from Alabama. Woo! 54 seconds remain. And Georgia just put the icing on the cake. Ending this one with a pick six. 32-18. Bama needed 8. They ain't gonna get it. Georgia reigns supreme. Stetson Bennett, what a fourth quarter, buddy. What a fourth quarter. Georgia's gonna walk out of here a champion in Indy. The extra point is up, and it is good. And Georgia leads 33-18 with 54 seconds remaining. What a play. Kali Ringo, number 5, 79-yard touchdown return. Kirby Smart is feeling it on the sideline. I think he said to get down. He told his guy, Bryce Young, in disbelief right now. What a play by Keely Ringo, running it back. Kirby Smart is about 54 seconds away from becoming a national champion. Bryce Young is on the sideline in tears and shock, and Stetson Bennett is celebrating a national championship with his team. What a man, what a play, what a fourth quarter from Stetson Bennett. Clinches their first national title since 1980, their first title since 1980 for Georgia, and they were so close. And they were so close too in 2018. Stetson Bennett is a national championship after a lot of people said he couldn't do it, and now he is one. And Georgia is 54 seconds away from becoming a national champion. Pandemonium in Indianapolis right now, everywhere. What a performance from Stetson Bennett. He is 54 since the loss, the fumble that he had in the fourth quarter. He is 4 for 4 of 83 yards and 2 touchdowns. Stetson Bennett just gifted Georgia a national title in the biggest stage against one of the biggest universities in all of college football. Young's got 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left. Robinson in the backfield. Young, he's going to dump it off to Robinson. Robinson's going to get nowhere and tackled for a loss. 46 seconds remain. Bama takes their first timeout. What a performance from this whole Georgia team after getting humiliated in the SEC championship by Alabama. People saying, oh, well, are they good enough to beat Michigan? Dominated Michigan in the Capital One Orange Bowl. And now they are 48 seconds away from becoming a national champion. Huge credit to the defense of Georgia, allowing 18 points and only 12 points through 4 quarters. Huge props. Time's winding down. It's fourth down. 4th and 11. 10 seconds left. No timeouts for Alabama. For some odd reason, my TV jumped ahead. It was behind. Last play of the game. Down goes Young, and Georgia. The Georgia Bulldogs are national champions. They win 33-18, and Stetson Bennett can call himself a champion. Jordan Davis can call himself a champion. And everybody on that Georgia bench can call themselves a champion. Nick Saban goes down. Kirby Smart reigns supreme. And a nice exchange in the middle of the field from Nick Saban and Kirby Smart. What a game from Bryce Young, though. 2 interceptions, though. He played amazing. We'll be right back with the post-game coverage here on the TDJ Show. The Georgia Bulldogs are your national champions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TDJShow's post-game coverage of the College Football National Championship game. The Georgia Bulldogs are your national champions with a score of 33-18, beating Alabama. Well, simple as this was a defensive slug out the first half. The score was 9-6, Alabama. I don't think anybody would have predicted the score after seeing the first half and seeing how it was played. But the second half was an offensive showdown. The first touchdown came in the third quarter. On a Zamir White 1-yard touchdown run. And then it started to pick up from there. Bama hits a field goal, gets it within one. They get a touchdown, take the lead. Then the Adonai Mitchell 40-yard touchdown reception gets Georgia back in the league, and then a touchdown to Bowers adds to the lead, and then a pick six by Keely Ringo ends the game and seals it. This is Georgia's first national title since 1980. Let's just simply put it this: Stetson Bennett played awesome. He was 17 of 26, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns. Zamir White had 13 carries, 84 yards, 1 touchdown, and Adonai Mitchell had 2 receptions for 50 yards and 1 touchdown. Georgia played great when it mattered the most. The defense got stops, and Stetson Bennett stepped up when it was needed. On the other side of the ball, Alabama, Bryce Young played amazing despite having 2 touchdowns. He was 35 of 57, 369 yards, 1 touchdown, and had the 2 interceptions. Brian Robinson had 22 carries, 68 yards, and Slade Bolden had 7 receptions and 44 yards. Jameson Williams went out early on in the game after a deep pass down the middle, colliding with his knee and injuring himself. He would not return the rest of the game. Well, congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs. They are the 2022 national champions. And from me and the TDJ show, I appreciate you watching along tonight. Thank you all. Have a very safe night. And thank you all for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 national champions are the Georgia Bulldogs.